Glass of water, please. A fresh pressed hanky if I sneeze. Some tea with honey from the bees. Whenever you can brew it.
I'll get your tea.
And while I get a little rest, a teeny tiny small request. Some codfish oil for my chest, poured from a crystal cruet.
A crystal cruet?
My goodness, I'm a nincompoop because I fear I got the croup. I need a vat of pumpkin soup and skulls made out of zinnias. Did I say zinnias? I meant silk or something shiny of that ilk. And then I'll need some nice warm milk and pastry from that zinnia. And since my stomach's feeling crummy, why not give my aching tummy something soothing, something yummy piled up with noodles? Add a slice of homemade rye with stacks of Swiss way apart.
Patrick's right, Squidward. Sea bears are no laughing matter. Why, once I met this guy who knew 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 this guy.
Chocolate rain. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate rain. A baby born will die before the sin. Chocolate rain. The school books say it can't be here again. Chocolate rain. The prisons make you wonder where it went. Chocolate rain. Build a tent and say the world is dry.
To save me and you. There are many secrets in this land, up in the clouds or beneath the
La 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 la. Oh nice, another one. Can somebody explain me how I can destroy this wall? I can jump so high. I need an idea. Let me think. I can destroy the wall with Luigi's head. No. I can jump up and down until the wall is bored. No. I can use a cheat code. No. I don't have any ideas. Fuck you, wall. Yes. Fuck you.
Where's that chocolate cake?
Do you mean this chocolate cake?
That's my piece.
You want this cake?
I want it.
You want this cake?
I want it.
You want this cake?
I want it.
You want
What the
bats will give you a fright. Eating apples both day and night. They rest for a minute, maybe 3. Then they're eating every apple in your apple tree. They don't care about nada, not zilch, no nothing, except bringing about an orchard's destruction.